Hey everybody, this is Dan for GemmyD on Cars. Now I am reviewing a car and a brand that I have never reviewed before. Now I've had this channel for almost 5 years. I've never reviewed an Infiniti, so we're going to change that today. Now I am at Faulkner Infiniti Mechanicsburg here on the Carlisle Pike in Mechanicsburg, and we're taking a look at a 2021 Infiniti QX55. Now this is an absolutely gorgeous little SUV that is on the same chassis as the QX50, which is right here. The same powertrain, the same transmission, the same general chassis, but this has the more sleeker body lines. This is sort of in the same vein as like a BMW X4 or a Mercedes-Benz GLC Coupe. This has a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder engine with 268 horsepower, and I think the styling of this is what sets it apart. I just think it's a fun, quirky little, good-looking SUV. So we're going to get it out on the road. We're going to go over all the specs. So let's take a look at the QX55. Alright, now let's talk about the styling of the QX55. Now this is definitely a different looking SUV in a good way. I think the styling is really attractive. Now this QX50 is still a mid-size SUV, but it has a little bit different styling. You still have that little kink that Infinitis are known for, but look at this. This sort of has like more slant back styling, like I said, to go along with the BMW X4 and the Mercedes GLC Coupe. But I love what Infiniti is doing with the styling right up front. You've got a huge Infiniti badge, a nice sort of a little waterfall grille. There's your LEDs right there. It's just an attractive little SUV. This does have the big 20-inch wheels with sort of contrasting colors right there. It looks pretty good. Now I don't know, I don't have a reason why I've never reviewed an Infiniti. Maybe I just never got around to it. I mean, I know I prefer my German cars, but this thing and what they've done recently is just really cool. Now look at these wraparound sort of piano key looking taillights. This car does have so many standard safety features to it. It makes it a really a valuable package. It has the cross traffic alert. If there's two cars ahead of you, it will still stop so as to prevent an accident. But yeah, just moving around back. Infinitis have always been kind of cool. Now this design and this sort of car itself sort of harkens back to 2003 when they did the FX models, which, you know, I never really knew anybody that ever owned one, but I always thought they were cool. It's like Infinitis have always been cool because they're like the luxury arm of Nissan, but it's just now in 2021, I really like the way that their design is going, and that's what really moves me about cars first and foremost, is the design, the way that they look. But yeah, this is just an attractive little SUV. I think this could be nice for a smaller family. I like the chrome trim that goes around the windows right there. So yeah, as far as the design goes, they're absolutely knocking it out of the park. There's a nice little silver trim right there. I can't tell if I think the rear taillights are the most attractive part, but it's still an attractive little guy. So let's take a look at the engine. All right, now this is the engine of the QX55. This is a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder, 268 horsepower, and 280 foot-pounds of torque. Now this is mated to a CVT transmission, a continuously variable transmission, and I'm interested to see what it feels like out on the road, because I haven't driven too many CVTs, but my guy here said that it doesn't feel like you're anything normal than your normal torque converter automatics, which is a good thing. You sort of want the whole process to be seamless. Now this offers best-in-class fuel mileage. I think it's 23 in the city and 28 on the highway, which is still pretty good. I mean, this is still a small-ish SUV, but I love the hydraulic struts right there. That is the one hallmark of a luxury company. So yeah, that is the motor right there. I think this could be a great little car for somebody. So let's take a look at the trunk. Now before I open the trunk, I still keep my eye keeps catching these taillights. I think my guy said they would be really cool looking at night as well. So let's take a look at the trunk right here. If you click and hold that right there, Nice to have a power liftgate. Oh, there's all the hurricane rain falling off. So yeah, look at that. That is pretty big. Now I will say, you will lose a little bit of space because the roof line is sloping down, but I really don't think that is sort of deceptive with that window right there. This is a pretty big trunk for sure. Now I will flash on the screen how this compares to the X4 and the GLC Coupe, but that is pretty big. That is bigger than I thought it would be. Now it was nice to have the power liftgate to put that up. So so far I am impressed with what I see, and there's loud beeping right over there. So all right, let's take a look at the interior. All right, let's go to the inside of the QX55 on this beautiful Thursday. Now in here, there is a lot of good things going on. Let's see, let's just start it up. Now we do have a 2-screen setup right here. My seat keeps going because this is not my car. Anyway, we're gonna put the fan down just a little bit. I don't need to be blasting the air like I normally am. It's only like 70 degrees outside. So we do have the paddle shifters that come with the gear box. We do have this very reminiscent to some Nissan styling that I've seen recently, which is a good thing. Now this is Infiniti, that is the more luxury division, but you still have very beautiful stitching up front. There's a nice little silver trim right there. So this main screen is where you control all your HVAC controls on the side here, but also there's some hard buttons to go through the menu and climate controls. That you can do the climate controls on the screen right here, or you can do them on the side for quick access. Now up top, you control everything with this little click wheel right here, but you can go to the map and a bunch of different things. Screen view, you can do a dual map to have a map on one side and like your directions on the other side. I don't have anything in there. Now the camera system is still pretty good. This is a smaller SUV, you should be able to fit into spaces pretty nicely, but the cameras are one thing. Another way you can tell that car companies are up to date and cutting edge with their camera technology. You can change your views. Now that'll show you the left and right side of the car, just so you don't hit any curbs or anything. There's your full screen when you're backing up. So yeah, that's a nice thing to have for a car of this price point. Now this car is somewhere about $54,000, which I'm 100% certain that it is cheaper than the competitor. Now I have learned that Infiniti is the cheapest luxury brand to own compared to all the others. Now we know that the Germans are more expensive. They also make a fine product, but I think if you were gotten to an Infiniti like this, it would be a solid car, but then the added perk of being one of the cheapest to own in the segment. And by the way, there's a nice looking little Bose speaker right there. So you can go through a couple different things, like virtually any other car, to go through a couple different things. There's your speed controls right there. Now this button right here turns on all your safety controls that come standard with the car. That includes your blind spot monitoring, which is right here on the side of the thing right there. It's not on the outside like in several other cars. There is your adaptive cruise control. We might try that if we get it out onto the highway. Now there is the graphic right there. There's your forward lane collision, your blind spot monitoring, and that is, it's good to have something like that as standard because all these safety features come as standard. So I'm liking the quality. I think that, I don't know if this is sort of like a plastic, but I think the leather looks nice. The stitching is very nice. There's a nice little glove box right there. I don't think you're missing anything with this Infiniti. Now this is the luxury arm of Nissan, so you want to have a little bit nicer, features, but I think that is what you do get with this car. There's silver trim everywhere. Infinitis definitely have the more like flowing styling, and that sort of translates from the outside styling to the interior as well. All the flowing lines, there's not really any right angles at all, which I like. I like how the stitching just flows down right there. All this trim flows. You've got a sunroof up here. It's a beautiful day. So yeah, I don't think I'm lacking anything. I think this is a solid little SUV. I'm not gonna say it's a caveat, but the CVT transmission will be something I'm interested to check out because everything else is pretty much a plus for me. Yeah, you can go through a bunch of different things. The screen has nice resolution, and now especially this screen too. This is very nice. You can use the touch screen, or you can do the hard buttons right here, which is nice to have. All these cars that have the crazy touch screens, I like to have the hard buttons down there as well. Your radio, heated seats, cooled seats. But yeah, you expect that for a car like this. Now you can do your call history and your map on the right side right there. I do like the dual map feature. So far, I'm impressed. All right, let's check out the back seat. All right, let's check out the back seat of the QX55. Now, I would not by any means call this a small car. I'd say it's more in the mid-size range, but this seat back is sort of upright, which I am reclining it right here. See, I'm going up and forth. That is very nice to have. I wonder if that sort of adds to the trunk space in the back. But anyway, we do not have any controls for HVAC up here, which is okay. Now, someone that would buy this car would be someone that has a smaller family, I'll say, maybe 1 or 2 kids. If you had 2 kids, it might be a little bit tight, you know, but that trunk was actually pretty decent in size. You could probably have 2 kids and fit all your stuff in here just fine. There you can see the design up front right there. So as far as the back seat, it's a little bit cramped. You still have the nice flowing design of the silver trim. Not bad. I think if you have 2 and 3 kids, you're going to want to step up to something like that guy right there. Overall, not bad. Now this is going to wrap up just my quick walk around of this. This is a 2021 Infiniti QX55. Now I want to give a big thank you to Faulkner Infiniti in Mechanicsburg on the Carlisle Pike here in Mechanicsburg. Go check them out if you're interested in cars like this guy. Where is it? Right over there. They have lots of cool SUVs as well. We all know everybody loves SUVs. And I think this could be a solid contender for a nice, sporty, well-optioned, well-featured with all the safety features small SUV. It would definitely be cheaper than the German competitors, and I think you would have a solid car for you and your family, or you as a normal, you know, everyday person. So now we're gonna get this thing on the road. Do not forget to go check out Faulkner Infiniti in Mechanicsburg. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at GemmyD on Cars to see the cars that I review before they get posted to YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.